Hello, my dear apprentices. Your coach, Mr. Magno, is here with this lesson. It's Module 2, Lesson 2. And this one, the objective is you will say, I will learn to estimate multi-digit products by rounding the factors. All right. Um, Before I can start, make sure you write your name on your document when you begin working on it. And also, please write the date. Reading the instructions, round the factors to estimate the products. Okay, so which ones are the factors? Well, let me look at the factors. The number 597 is a factor, and the number 52 is a factor. And obviously, the product, which is the answer, goes here at the end. So keep that in mind. If you look at the factors right away, we can decide we're going to round these. This is 597. So I'm going to show you two ways in which you can check how to round this. So we're going to round to the greatest number, which is the hundreds. Then we look to the tens, which is the digit next to it. If that number is more than 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you round to 600. So 600 will be written in here. That will be 600. So we're rounding 597 to 600. And now we're going to round 52. So notice that 52 has a 2 on the ones place. And since that is less than 4, which is 4, 3, 2, 1, any number that lands on the ones on 4, 3, 2, 1 is going to round to the lowest number, which is 50. Here's one more way to do this. Here is our, and the number 597 is between 600 and 500. Those numbers. The midpoint is 550. So 597 would be closer to 600. This is why we round to 600. So let me write that. Let me show you where that number will be. That will be the number 597. That's where you will find that number, which is very close to 600. And that's another way to see how do you round that number. That should be a 7. Now let's look at the 52. The 52 is between the number 50 and the number 60. The midpoint is 55. And the number that we need to solve is the number 52. The number 52 is around this area, closer to the number 50. Then this is why we round 52 to 50. We can do, let's write this down, 6 times 5. Okay, well, what was 6? Let me open parentheses. 6, let me get my tool here, the multiplication tool. 6 times 5. Now, then we're going to add the next, the zeros, which the zeros represent certain numbers. All right. So if you see these two zeros, that represents 100. So that's going to be 100 times Control B times the 1 0 here, which is a 10. What does that do? Well, 6 times 5 equals 30. So you will write 30 in the as part of the product. That will be 30. And now 100 times 10 will be 1,000. There is 1 already in place. So all we got to do is add 1, 2, 3. That means that 30 was multiplied by 1,000, or it was multiplied by 10 to the power of 3. This one says, complete the table using your understanding of place value and knowledge of rounding to estimate the product. So we're going to round first. This is what they want us to do. Then we're going to write the estimation number here, the product. All right, so as you can see, 2,809 was rounded to 3,000, and 42 was rounded to 40. When that was multiplied, you notice that 3 times 4 equals 12, and then you have 4 zeros, which means it was 1,000 times 10 equals 10,000, and that should be the product. All right, let's work on the next problem. So this is 28,000. So we're going to round to the nearest tens of thousands. That's 28,000. So the number is an 8. So it's 8, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, with 5 numbers. Then you will round to the number higher than that. So that 2 is going to become a 30. So that 28 1090 is going to round to, is really close to 30,000. Now let's look at the second number. That's 420. Again, using the same strategy, you're going to look at the number next to the highest number with the highest value, which is the 4. The number next to the 4, which are the tens, is between the numbers 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So that means we're going to round that number down to 400. So now we're going to write 400. And if I can get my tool here, 400. So what is 3 times 4? That will be 12. Okay. Then we have how many zeros? 1. That's 10,000 times 100 will equal, I think, 1 million. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That will be 1 million. So we're going to add this. 1 million times 12, that's going to be 12 millions. So we're going to add the zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now remember that every 3 numbers, you have something that we call the period, which is a group of numbers. 1, 2, 3, and that will be the period. So we rounded the 28,090 to 30,000, and then we multiplied by the rounded number from 420, and that number is 400. When we multiply the number, we have this product, this estimated product. Signing out, your coach, Mr. Mango.